Welcome back to New to Medical Device Sales. I am your host, Jacob McLaughlin, and I hope you all are having a great week so far. This is coming to you guys on Friday. I'm recording this a little early because I am actually going to be traveling back. My brother is getting married. I am the best man. So if you guys are watching on YouTube, I actually have to shave my mustache. It's a sad day, but hey, we're making it through. Again, everybody, just want to say thank you to you guys. If you guys are watching, press that like and subscribe button, and a 5-star review does help us grow this channel. Again, I've been just so thankful for everybody who's reached out, just all of the help we've been able to do, and just some exciting news. I always like to broadcast it. We were able to get two of our people, actually one of our people got hired this week, 23 years old, no sales experience, and so just got hired. So we are excited about that. And then one of our other course mates, they literally went from just a connection to they are in the 4th round with Medtronic. And so again, just love seeing the success of everybody breaking into medical device sales. If you guys are interested, please feel free to reach out to me on all the social medias. Happy to jump on a quick call with you guys. But I want to get into today's episode. And it's one, like I say, I get these episodes because I talk with you guys. I talk with everybody. I just do feedback and be like, hey, what do people need right now? What do people like? What's a common thing that keeps coming up? What keeps being a question to these people and to the people interested in the course and people outside just wanting to break into medical device sales? And so today what I wanted to talk about is the common thing I've been hearing, is people will be like, they're going through this process and they're like, it's hard. I go struggle with this. This is tough. Can you kind of help me? And the conversation I talk with you guys, and I've had this conversation with you guys before, but for the fact of when you guys are trying to break into medical device sales, you're doing the job to get the job, because many of you guys think, you're doing this and then that's it. No, and that's what I want to talk about on today is really talking about the process to break into medical device sales is no different than the process once you're in medical device sales. And I'm kind of going to branch those gaps for you guys today so you can kind of see that. But the thing I just wanted to touch on is because, I've gotten so many calls in the last 2 weeks of, the real talk has been, it's hard. And I'm like, yes, it's not supposed to be easy. You want to make 6 figures and you want to be in one of the most helping industries in the world, but also one of the most profitable, and you want to make money. Like, everyone wants that. Like, this is the talk I keep getting into people who are joining the courses, why it's nice to have somebody who has gotten over 500 people hired, has beat out 500 people for their current position and performed in all the above is I already know what to expect. I already know the process. Most of you guys, again, this isn't a bad thing. You just don't know what you don't know. You don't understand what the process looks like. You don't understand that interview 1 is so different than interview 3, and interview 3 is not even close to what interview 5 is. And that's the other thing to talk to you guys about is, it's not just one interview and you're like, hey, it's not that talk of like, I just kind of want it. I'm going to go interview. No, it's the job was open for 24 hours and there's 200 applicants. Why would they choose you? Right? And you just submitting your application is not going to get you a job. It's not going to get you an interview. I actually just had a talk with somebody yesterday. They're like, hey, I listened to all your podcasts, but I'm applying online. I'm not getting anything. And I'm like, well, then you must not be listening very well, because I literally have podcasts all about just don't apply online, especially when that person doesn't have sales experience. They don't have any clinical experience, because you're not going to beat out the person from ADP who's a President Club winner. You're not going to beat out the nurse because they already have something a leg up on you. And your resume, no matter how good it is and how it's put out, doesn't matter. It's not going to get you a job. It's not going to get you even an interview most of the time. And let's just say it does get you an interview or it gets past the first round. The conversation I have with people is, you're just a piece of paper at that point. Nobody cares, and that's not a mean thing to say. It's just like, you're literally a piece of paper. They don't know if your name's Sarah. They don't know Sarah. They never got to talk to Sarah. They don't know how Sarah is driven, what she offers, right? It's just a paper that says she did A, B, and C. Well, guess what? Like I've said a million times, there's a lot of people who on paper look great, and then they come out in life and they just suck. Like, they don't work hard. They're not coachable. They're not willing to come against adversity. Like, they're all the things that you can't teach. And so that's why we, again, talk about networking. But I want to kind of go into, how it's no different, because the talk in my course, I've got on with a couple of my students in the last week, and they'll be like, it's tough. And I'm like, hey, I'm doing the exact same thing in my job, right? So again, for you guys who don't know, I'm with Innovis Medical. I'm a regional sales manager. I took over. We're a startup here in they're out of the UK, but we're here in the United States, and I run the whole entire West Coast. We have $0 of business. We have zero business, AKA I am starting from zero, AKA the exact same of you guys who have no sales experience, all the above, and you don't know anything about medical device sales, and you're just trying to get in contact with somebody. You're just trying to get an interview, right? No different. We are in the exact same spot. The only difference is I'm an actual job. You're trying to get to that job. And so the conversation I've been having is going into like, okay, so for example, you have zero people, I have zero people. What am I doing? What are you guys doing? I talked to you guys about prospecting. How are you going to prospect? AKA LinkedIn. That's what you're going to do. For me, I know who I need to be reaching out to, AKA certain divisions or certain people in a hospital. And so then I have to go and Google and research and reach out to my connections and see if they know of anybody or anything, and just get on 100 calls and prospecting. When I say cold calls, that could be cold emails. For me, I've sent out well over 500 emails. Like, I just want you guys to wrap your mind around that. I've sent out over 500 emails, and I've definitely gotten under 100. And at this point, it's probably close to about 750 to 1,000 emails over the last couple of months that I've in total sent out. And I would definitely say under 50 emails that I've received back. And again, there's different ways, but when you're covering a whole vast majority of a land and you're trying to save money, you're supposed to be strategic in doing what you're doing. You have to be a little smart about it. And so it's no different than what you guys are in. So AKA I'm emailing. This is where I tell you guys, you should be on LinkedIn. You should be reaching out. You're getting on cold calls, and everyone, again, I will always laugh at everybody. They're like, I reached out to 10 people and one person or nobody got back to me. You reached out to 10. 5 of them might be on vacation, 3 might be busy with kids, and 2 might just not care. You know what I mean? Like, you're not giving yourself that big of an option. So what you need to be doing, reach out to 200 people. Probably a better chance. It's just more darts, right? If you're fishing, it's more lines in the water. You're just having a better chance of catching more fish. And so again, what that comes down to though is work. It comes down to not being lazy. It comes down to actually sitting at your computer and writing the messages and finding the people and researching and seeing who you should reach out to and sending it over. So that's number 1 that I wanted to talk to. No different than where you guys are at. Then number 2, going into like rejection follow-up. That's the next thing. I sent out these emails. Nobody responded back to me. Well, no kidding. They don't know you. And if you didn't write a great message, there's probably not a big response, right? So for example, like I said, I sent out hundreds and hundreds of messages. Got under 50 people responded. Like I probably got, off of my initial first emails, I probably got maybe 15 emails back. Maybe. Out of hundreds. And that was, half of them were just like, sorry, I'm out of office, and it was an automatic reply, and I was just jacked. I got a response back, right? Like, I'm trying to show you guys, it's the little wins, but you just have to keep showing up. So to give you an idea, I'm working on a deal currently that I followed up with them 4 times. No response, nothing. And a conversation I had with somebody in my course is people are like, well, how do you know when to respond, and how do you know how to follow up, and how do you not come off annoying? It's like, think about yourself. How would you like to be communicated with? Would you like somebody who responds to you every single day? No, you'd be like, this person's a crazy stalker. I don't know who they are, and you tell them to screw off. Like, that's just the reality, right? So like for me, it's like, okay, I'm going to do it and give it a couple weeks. And then if they don't respond, come up with another drip of like, hey, something here. Hey, hope you're doing great. Something here, right? And just showing value that I can bring to them, not just asking for a sale. And then like, for example, this deal that I got after getting it set up is, I knew there was some events coming up. And so I just mentioned, hey, these are events. I want to make sure to ensure that you guys are good and all the above, right? No different than you guys. I tell you all the time, I reached out to my manager when I was at Medtronic. I didn't get a response for 5 messages. And on the 5th message, I finally got a response because I finally connected with her old associate sales rep who enjoyed our conversation, then told her about me. And then my manager finally got 5 touches. 5 times I reached out without a response, but I knew she was the decision maker. And I kept following up and doing it in a way where I wasn't annoying, not every week, not every day, right? And so it's the same with you guys, right? When you're reaching out to these people, it can't be every day. You can't just say, like, I've gotten this, and this is like to you people who don't break in, it's no surprise. Hey, I reached out to you. You didn't get back to me. Yeah, no kidding. I have a life. I have friends. I have a full-time job. I'm helping so many people. Like that's especially when I get these messages. I'm literally getting on 100 calls plus a month. I'm running a full, like a whole side of a country, 15 plus or 13 plus states, and I'm also having my own life and doing the course and podcast and all the above. I'm sorry that I didn't get back to your one of my 87 messages in my inbox, and you gave me 2 days to do it. Sorry. Like, this is a conversation I've actually had a talk with people in our course. You guys think it's the most important thing that they respond back to you. No different than me when I send out an email to a potential customer. I think I'm the most important because I want the sale. I want to have that conversation. But what you have to realize is you're literally the least important thing on their mind. For example, let me put it into my perspective first. I reach out to that person for this sale. They're running a whole branch. They're running with other customers. They have back order issues. They have to deal with internal conflicts. They have to have possibly job openings that they're dealing with. They have to, like, the list goes on. So me sending an email in their inbox that they don't know who this person is, they don't care. No different than the person who you just linked in and DM message. Guess what? I have 42 other messages, and not just me, all the other reps, like I always say, have other messages. And especially the regional sales manager, I had to have a talk with one of my people in the course. Is like, they're like, well, they told me to reach out to them on Tuesday. I did, and it's Friday, and I haven't heard anything back. And I was like, did they say they were going somewhere? And they're like, yeah, they're at a conference. And I'm like, they're at a conference. They haven't been to see people in years because of COVID. They haven't been able to go make those relationships, so they're catching up. That's number one. Number two, they run a whole team because they're a regional manager. So they're dealing with that. Number three, they're dealing with back order issues. They're dealing with just stuff in their territory. They have 18 other people who applied and sent them a message for this exact same position. Your message is the last thing on their mind. They are human. They will get back to you. And guess what? If they do not in the next week and they told you to follow up on Tuesday and you haven't heard by them by the following Monday, there you go. Hey, just wanted to follow up, wanted to see. No different, right? But these people that will reach out to me, I get it all the time, and other reps do because we laugh about it. You guys will send messages, and then after a day or 24 hours, 48 hours, you'll actually send a follow-up message that has no context. You're like, hey, did you see my other message? I probably did. Or I probably didn't. And I will get back to you when I have time, right? And so that's the conversation I have to have with people, because there's a lot of people, especially right now, you guys just do it wrong. It's just so bad. Like, the best way, I talk about it all the time, it's like dating. If you guys message somebody 5 times in a 24-hour span and they didn't respond, and then you start getting snarky with them, do you think they're going to be like, oh my God, yeah, I need this person? No. The world's a big place. You're just showing me that you suck. You're showing me that you couldn't withstand an account pushing you off for 4 days. You're showing me that you're not being able to be resilient. You're showing me that you won't be doing follow-up the correct way because you're just being, poor me, why can't I get it? Oh my gosh, I need to get it now. You need to listen to me, when you literally have nothing to offer. You don't have sales experience. You don't have anything of clinical experience. You don't even know how to have a conversation. You don't know the interview process, but yet you're the most important thing on their list? Get out of here. Like, that's just a real talk with you guys, is you actually have to hear this, because that's why you guys aren't getting jobs. The people, like I've told you guys, I can tell within 30 seconds now if a person's going to break into medical device sales. Within 30 seconds. I can tell by somebody's message they send me if they're going to break into medical device sales. I can tell how somebody responds and follows up if they're going to break into medical device sales so quick, because there's so many people that are just so bad, and they think they're the only thing that matters. So we'll move on to that. But that's a real talk with you guys, because just understand, you guys have to follow up. You're going to get rejected. Welcome to medical device sales. Nobody in medical device sales hits 100%. You don't go up to 10 bats, go to talk to 10 people and make 10 sales. That's just, it doesn't happen. You're happy if you made 30%. You're happy if you're reaching out to people. I tell people, if you get 7%, 3%, 6% back, you reached out to 100 people and you got 6 email replies back, LinkedIn messages, not bad. But that's a lot. Yep. I don't know what, I'm at a point now where it's like, I don't know what else to say. It's work. It is work. And if you are lazy and you want a guaranteed 9 to 5 job, please don't do this. If you're like, I want to make $100,000, but I want to be off. I literally just talked to a girl. Oh my gosh, I was so nice, but it took everything not to freak out. I'm not in the industry, but yeah, I want a really good work-life balance. I don't want to work too much. I have a dog. Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm off by 4. Don't do the job. Because you're an associate. You're going to come in and you're going to work 12-hour days. And maybe not every single day, but you will. You will have days you work 12, 14-hour days. You will have a week. I just talked to one of our girls that is from the course who got hired with Medtronic. 2 days back-to-back, 16 hours. That's real. That will happen to you. You're the associate. It's your job. So if you're trying to be like every other person that reaches out, yeah, I'm just trying to make $100,000, $200,000, but I don't want to work more than 35 hours because, I have my dog. My dog's sitting right next to me. He understands. We go for walks at the night. We hang out. We go on walks at morning. But at times, guess what? I'm here with my dog during the day half the time when I'm doing my calls. He literally sleeps all day long. So stop blaming your dog. Your dog's perfect. All dogs are perfect. But it's just you being lazy. So don't be lazy. And now going into the another one is difficult people. I've gotten this had talks with my course. Like they're like, oh, I had a conversation. It didn't go the greatest. And I just don't know what to do. Do you think I talk to doctors and they all love me? No. There's times I've been yelled at to get out of the room. There's been times I've been cussed at. And they're like, now it's awkward. Now I can never talk to him again. Well, you better figure it out. Because guess what? When I have a doctor who has surgery every Friday, and that's a big account for me, and they got pissed at me on one Friday, guess what? I better make it up the next Friday and make sure it's not mad. And I've got this from other people. My manager's not nice to me. My reps are mean to me. Sometimes you just gotta eat it. Now, I'm not sitting here and say you should just take abuse and all this stuff. No. But what I am saying is it's not sunshine and rainbows all day. There's going to be difficult conversations. There are going to be people who push you. And guess what? It is your job. Nobody else's. Your job to make the best out of it. So guess what? There are doctors that I've dealt with that are just jerks. There's reps that I've met that are just jerks. Guess what? I can sit here, boo-hoo, play, cry, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? I'm not going to do anything. Because those guys are the people who have been in it. Those ladies have been in it way longer. They have way more pull. You're the new person. They're putting you through the ringer. They want to see if you can even respond. So how about you do this? How about you just shut your mouth, work for 6 to 12 months, get yourself and be so freaking good you just get an offer from somebody else in a year. But that's too much. That's 6 months from now. Oh, I have to work. That's why you guys that listen to this and are getting hired, that's why you're not getting hired. Because I hear all those excuses, and like my last podcast I talked about, it's just burn the boats. There are no excuses. If you're going to sit here and whine and play the victim and complain, you're not going to be, like you might break in. Let's say you break in, you are going to not be good. You are not going to be a top performing rep. You're going to sit here and be at the bottom of the list as I look at my list. You're going to be on the bottom of the 60. You're going to be the bottom and you'll be like, yeah, but my territory was tough. Oh, it was a tough year. We were on back orders. There's always a freaking excuse that you guys can change or have, right? Even right now, like people in my course, this is where I talk to you guys. I'm here to coach you, right? I'm here to get you guys hired. I talk to people. People will be like, Jake, it's hard. I work a full-time job. And I'm like, yep, wake up at 4 a.m. like me. But work till 10 p.m. like me. But there's no other excuse. I don't know what you guys want because at this point, and again, I feel very humbled when I say this, so let me just make this sure. There is nothing more humbling than when you guys reach out to me and you're like, wow, what you've done, it's amazing. Oh, I want to be like you. I'm coming for you. I'm going to beat you. I literally just got a message yesterday. I'm coming for you. I'm going to beat you. No, you won't. I promise you will not. You will not wake your butt up at 4 a.m., work uncontrollably, make a podcast, do all your work, close $1 million deals, do what I'm doing, run several businesses, and still have time to make time for personal life, and just do it 24/7, 365. I will just crush you. I promise you. This is my challenge. Please come after me. Please come and try to beat me. This is why people are like, I don't understand why you give it all away for free, because I believe in myself and I know I'm just going to outwork anybody who will ever come at me. You might be smarter. Cool. I'll just wake up at 3:30. I'll wake up at 3. I'll work till 11. It's just if you're willing to work. So I'm saying this to you guys. Again, this is never a brag, but I'm telling you guys, I have so many of you guys reach out. Plus, I get people in my course too. We have this talk where they're like, I'm willing to do anything. I'm willing to work hard. I'm willing to do this. And I'm like, wake up an hour earlier. But then I don't get 12 hours. And you're not going to get 12 hours when you're in med device, right? Like that's just a real talk. So that's a conversation. There's going to be difficult people. It's your job, right? And I said this to a person yesterday. sometimes the conversation goes kind of awkward. Yeah, guess what? There's some surgeons you're going to work with or some people that you work with, they're not social people. They don't want to talk to human beings. There's actually a weird energy when you walk into the room because it's just so antisocial, like they don't know what to do. Guess what? It is your job as the rep to make it not awkward. It's your job to make everybody have a good time. Make sure they can understand it, right? Like that's what your job is. It's not just showing up and being knowledgeable of what you do. It's your job to make sure you take extreme ownership. And hey, if there's some awkwardness, let's not make it so awkward. Hey, if there's a doctor that's struggling a bit, let's have a talk, right? Like that's what you guys are more than just a rep to just show up and do an implant. Like that, there's just so much more. Now, the last one I'm just going to say, I have it written down, is it's hard. I've heard this so much in the last couple of weeks. It's hard, it's hard, it's hard. Yes, it is extremely hard. And that's what makes it worth it. I was thinking about this today after I've gotten off like the 19th call of somebody telling me it's hard. The biggest lie we tell ourselves is that life is supposed to be easy. That it should be sunshine and rainbows, that you should get everything you want without working that hard. No. That's what makes the journey so worth it, is knowing how much sacrifice and how much effort and how much due diligence that you put into it to earn the spot you're at, to earn the deal that you won, to know how, man, like you wouldn't cherish it. You wouldn't celebrate it if it was just given to you. That's why like most of these people, they just want a handout. Even in this industry, I still get people calling me. I literally just had someone reach out to me, what company do you work for? I want to apply for them once I know. Okay, I'll tell you who I work for, Innovis Medical. Here, everybody, reach out to everybody you want. That doesn't mean you're getting a job. Just because you know the company I work for. What, you're going to send one email and that shows that you're the best person in the world and why we should hire you? No, like that's the problem with everybody who's losing right now. And that is why you're losing, because you guys have that mindset. It's like, this is where I just sit here and I smile to you guys. It's from the 2 minutes ago, where it's like, I am just going to outwork you and I will just crush anything that gets in my way, and there's no excuse. And guess what? Like straight up, like right now, my grandma is on her last days. I'm going home to see go to my brother's wedding, and I'm going to see my grandma for the very last time. That's real. And I hope I get to see her when I get there, because it's not looking great, right? And so I can sit here, play the victim. Oh man, life's hard. It's not going to work out. No, it's called life. Life's going to have tough moments. Life's going to have times that aren't so great. But it's you who decides how to do it. It's you who decides how you're going to react to those situations. And even though they're not great, guess what? You have the decision to react how you want to. So I'll end it on that one, is everybody has stuff going on in their life, man. Everybody's got things that's tough. Everybody's got challenges. And everybody can have excuses, or you can just be like, this is life. It's rough. Sometimes it's not easy. But guess what? I'm not going to let it break me. I might take a day. I might take a couple of weeks to go through some stuff. But guess what? I'm going to keep on moving, because I have a big purpose. I have a big goal. I have a big vision. I know what I want to do. And I know there's a lot of support behind it, right? And so that's just encouragement to you guys. We all have things going on, and I know you guys do too. Just push through. Like, that's all I can say is, like, you're either going to sit here and play the victim your whole life and not get where you want, and blame other people why you're not making the money you are, blame other people why you're not as successful, you'll blame other people how they didn't respond to you, or you'll just suck it up and understand they didn't respond. Okay, I'm going to shoot them another message, and I'm going to shoot them another, and I'm going to shoot them another until they tell me to screw off. I'm going to send so many messages, and then I'm going to just be relentless at it, and I'm going to not stop until I just get to my goal. And I don't care what roadblock comes in my way, I am going to crush it. And I will get there. And guess what? It might take 2 years. It might take 3 years, but I'm going to do it. That's when you'll be successful. That's when you'll break into medical device sales, is when you just say, I'm going to do it. I don't care how long it's going to take. I'm going to give everything I got. I don't care what obstacle it's going to be. I'm going to make it. But if you're always looking for a way out, if you're always looking for an excuse, if this is always your backup plan, it's going to be a lot tougher. And you're going to be losing to the people that I'm coaching to burn the boats, baby. And we're going for it. So that's what I really wanted to really go. But again, just wanted to let you guys know, like, that what I'm teaching you guys and what we go over so deeply in the course, it's not only breaking you guys in, it's not only to get you guys multiple job offers so you can get the best deal and best work-life balance for you guys, but also it's how to perform once you break in. Like, I'm trying to show you guys what people miss so much is they think what I'm telling you guys to do to break in is just, that's it, and then it's the finish line, man. No, it's the beginning. You have to do what I'm telling you to do, because once you break in, you have to do the exact same things if you want to be a successful rep. It's how you're going to go close 6-figure deals, 7-figure deals. You can't just shoot one email and that's it. What, you're going to get told no and that's it? Oh, dang. No. You're going to go until they tell you to get the heck out of there. And then you might even follow up 6 months later. But it's, again, you can't play the short game. You can't play short term. You got to start looking. You can be as hungry as I am and just work as hard as you can, but also I understand it's a sprint for me. I'm working as hard as I can every single day, but understanding in the same respect, it's a long game. I know most of these deals that I'm working on right now and I'm going crazy on, I'm in emails and I'm getting on phone calls and I'm going on places. I know I probably won't get anything for another 6, 12, 18 months. But I'm okay with that, because I'm just going to keep showing up every single day. I'm going to keep getting better in myself, better in my position, better in my territory. I'm going to keep helping and impacting people every single day and making connections. And eventually, all that hard work is going to compound. Same for you guys. Keep reaching out, keep sending messages, keep following up, keep doing the right things, and you guys will be successful. So again, if you guys are watching on YouTube, press that like and subscribe button. A 5-star review helps us grow this channel. If you guys are interested in the course about learning how to break into medical device sales, right now I only have actually 2 spots left in October. Again, because we only let 5 people in. I don't allow everybody in. I actually turn away more people than I allow, because again, I'm not just accepting anybody. If you just want to come in and make money, great. It's probably not going to work for us. I got to make sure that you guys are really committed that this is what you want, and we will get you hired. So that is October, November. Again, it's 5 spots. I have it. We get on calls as long as I accept you, then you're in. But first come, first serve. So just so you guys know, that is happening. But again, if you guys are interested, reach out to me on any social media. LinkedIn is Jacob McLaughlin. New to Medical Device Sales on TikTok, Instagram. Happy to get on any phone calls with you guys. But again, appreciate you. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.